Oh, we're live. I was waiting for some big explosion or something to be like, "Hey."
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen. Just a
Yeah.
very subtle "and you're go." So we had a good weekend.
I think it was good.
Yeah. You wanna tell the people what we did?
We hosted open house at our shop. Hey,
Hey, Judy.
Judy. And people came. I'm always anxious that no one will show up, but old uh, friends came by, dropped in, and new friends dropped in. So we had some people from town, which was good. I always like to have them come in and out. But
And what's
also,
the population in Gaydon?
I
Gaydon?
think I think it is under 1,200, probably hitting 1,000,
Okay.
declining, declining, not increasing. Um, but we did have a few visitors from out of town, which was good.
I know one was an accidental quilter. A lady came in and she was the old sign up in front of the shop says that there's a thrift store. So she was looking for a thrift store, and it turns out
Actually,
she's
it
a
was
quilter.
it was her husband. He said, "Let's go to that thrift store," and lo and behold, she was a quilter.
Yeah. And then the couple from Abbeville came because we said we had cheap stuff, and they ended up buying a lot of stuff.
Vintage,
Hmm.
vintage items, and everything I could pull out of the back, she was buying.
I love it. Now, what was that little sewing machine you sold her?
I have been having that forever. It's a
Hey,
little,
Zaza.
hey, Zaza, it's a little, it's so very, very small, and it's very old, and it does only a chain stitch. And I've seen them on eBay and other places. They really work, but it's a hook underneath, and all it does is the thread goes down into the machine, and it comes up a chain stitch.
How old is it?
It's electric, so it's not that old, but there are some.
Oh, okay.
I think that was an original. The whole concept of that chain stitch was an original sewing machine.
And it was tiny.
Yeah, miniature. I have a book. I need to show it to you. It's of all old miniature sewing machines like that. And like I said, I don't remember because I've been having it a long time. But that was the original. The way that they sewed was just with a chain stitch.
I wish I would have got a better look at it because you brought it out and then she bought it and left with it. And I was like, oh, I kind of wanted to look at it.
I knew
Um,
you would have, and I was surprised you didn't say anything while I was talking. Of course, you were tending to someone else. I thought you would have
yeah,
wanted to look at it. I forgot what I sold it. I sold it to her really cheap because I
yeah.
think they're like collector's items on eBay.
She was quick to buy everything that we put out there, which was good. I was happy to let her have it all for
I didn't
not a
know if
bad
you
price.
wanted, yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to get rid of all those bobbins and all that lace and all that, bias tape that.
I didn't really, but
I had,
we don't use it that often. And if she's gonna appreciate it,
and we have
there's
more.
plenty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look, Zaza knows about their kids' machines. I think actually.
Oh, okay. But it didn't look it looked old, and it was kinda like it looked like it was in a case that, um, was like what the featherweights come in, like a little box. It was
It
cute.
was way smaller than that. It must have been from the 50s because of the color. The
Oh,
colors. It
okay,
was
yeah.
orange. It was orange and green, and it was electric.
Hey, Sherry. Yeah, it was smaller than a featherweight, but it reminded me the box that it came in is just,
Yeah.
that sewing machine box.
So I guess
Yeah, we let go of
we'll have to go
a
through that
lot.
stuff before before we sell it. Like look at it. That would have been a good display item.
Yeah.
like for a show or something.
Hmm. So that was good. You didn't end up selling that T-shirt quilt, the Duck Festival one?
No, nobody even looked at it actually, except people commented later on that they had seen it in town flapping in the
Hey,
wind.
Mona. Well, good. So I think if you put it up, you'll be able to sell it.
Yeah, I
I was
started
glad that
another
you
one.
had I was glad that you had gotten it done, um, to at least put it up and have it flapping in the wind, as you said.
People
It,
noticed it.
yeah. And I did, we went live. So for those of you who maybe missed it on Saturday, we did a tour of Jennifer's studio. So if you want to go back and check that out, you can see when we talk about her shop what it looks like in that little small town where she lives. I have dreams of having some huge quilting.
Event.
No, not an event, like I'm imagining myself the Louisiana version of the Missouri Star Quilt Company, like
Oh,
some big quilting something out of this tiny little town. I guess people do that. Live
yeah.
in these small towns and have these huge I mean not just quilting, but they have these huge online
Business.
presence and or businesses, yeah, out of these really small towns. I think that's so cool.
There was a lady who had a shop in Mermentau, which is on a heavily traveled highway, but it's not even a town. It's probably just a village. And she was very good at marketing. She would have she'd be on the shop hop route, or she'd have buses come in from Baton Rouge or other large cities and visit our shop. She did really really well.
Yeah, something like that. I
But she was
dropped
on
the paper.
a paper or the paper.
A paper. My fork. Okay, I do have a question for everyone. I'm gonna need input here. And I trust you guys. You have not let me down yet. So I'm making a dress, a tea towel dress. So the front of the dress is a tea towel. And I have a tea towel that I want to use. And it has an alligator on it, but I think I'm gonna have to put the alligator upside down. Either that or I'm gonna have to cut it and sew it back together so that it looks the way I want it to. So this is said tea towel. It's a little alligator with tassels and it's so cute. I think that the alligator needs to go up, looking up like this on the front towards the top. Does that make sense? Like this? But it's at the bottom. So to get it at the top, it would have to be what I think is upside down.
Did someone embroidery that for you?
No, it was purchased at a big box store on clearance. But my friend saw that it was an alligator and she knew that I needed to have it. So I actually have two of them. So this could be like the top of the dress right here, and the alligator could be facing this way, and it just like the tea towel goes across, and then you build the dress around it. Or if I want the alligator to be facing up like this, I'll just need to cut the tea towel and sew it back so that this is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I guess the question is, does the alligator go face top, or is it okay to do it like this?
What would be the easiest? That's always my question.
Oh, we're not. They're both easy. I mean, it's like it's not even an issue.
Okay.
But I think it needs to go like this. But then it kind of looks. Does it look weird on my chest?
Maybe.
It's a cute
Um,
little tea towel dress.
what's your
It's a
vision? What's your vision for the dress?
well, I have a pattern. It's a
Really?
well, because I don't know how to make clothing.
Okay.
I use patterns in the rare occasion that I make something like that. I just don't use patterns for quilts.
Here's
Hey,
Tasha.
Tasha, if this alligator is on your chest, head up or head down, tail up.
I think if you have two towels, you could do both.
I don't want two.
Or you could have them.
I don't know. If it really doesn't matter, I might just leave it the way it is and use it like this. How freaky am I feeling? Originally, I was just going to put it where the alligator was at like the bottom of the dress. And then I thought, oh, it kind of looks like it's sneaking up on me. I know, Tasha, right? And it's kind of a flowy dress. Let me see if I can pull a picture of it up if I have it. It's from Afraid Upcycling. It's a lady girl from somewhere in England. And it's the sweetest little dress. Okay, let me share my screen. Oh, yeah. Sherry, so it's the Joy tea towel. Let me see. I'm going to share. That's not right. There we go. Can y'all see it?
Oh yeah.
Isn't
Oh,
it so cute?
that is cute. I really like that.
So, but if I had a tea towel like that, man, that would be so cute. But I don't.
Hey Sheila. So
Hey, hey.
did you order the pattern?
Oh, I have the pattern in my possession, printed out and ready to go.
Of course.
That's the beautiful thing about ordering patterns and downloading them and printing them. Like it took me all of 2 minutes. I had the jumpsuit and I was preparing to make a jumpsuit. And then I decided my body is not built to wear jumpsuits. Every time I try to wear a jumpsuit, I don't like it. But I love little dresses like that.
That's a cute one.
Yes. And so I also bought that fabric. In fact, I didn't bring it in here, but I'm going to go get it. So, Jen, entertain the people for a second.
All right. Let's see. So, um, our festival was this past weekend, and we had family in from out of town. And my neighbor was an honoree for the festival, so we were invited to ride on his float, honoring him in the parade. Amber chose not to ride in the parade because it was very, very hot. So, but I rode and my sisters rode and we had lots of beads, but we threw too many in the beginning. So we ran out. I ran out about halfway through the parade.
So we've been on the Discord, we've been talking about Marshall dry goods a lot. I think some people have recently discovered them, and I actually reached out to Josh, who is the wholesale guy, and asked him how busy they've been since that other place closed down. And he said that they are much busier And also all of the local quilt shops are talking about how much busy they are. So that's awesome. I think that's a good thing.
Yes, they're very good about putting sending out the material quickly. I get it within a couple of 2 or 3 days. A
So
bolt.
I ordered this weekend
Hmm.
and got it in today. So it is
Wow,
a bolt. I didn't realize it was going to be this much fabric, even though I know of pre-printed like quilt looking stuff fabric. What is this called? It's a pre-printed quilt. So this is what I'm making the dress out of.
that'll be cute. Is that what's shown? Is that what was shown? Because I didn't get a good look at the dress except for the tea towel.
So the back is she uses all kind of different stuff. Like she kind of cheetah print. Yes, it's so cute, and I love the colors, and it goes fabulous with my alligator.
It looks like the pattern.
Yeah,
I like it. Is that how wide is that?
it is very wide,
60? It looks like 60.
and it's doubled. Let me measure it. So it's not quilting cotton. It's a polyester. Polyester. Hi, Callie. It's a polyester cotton blend. So it's kind of stiff. It's not super soft, but it'll be good. Yes, it's probably 108, Zaza, because it's like probably 54 and then doubled.
Well, may I ask how much it cost?
You may certainly ask how much it costs. I think I spent $40 on this whole big bulk.
I'm laughing because it reminds me of the Christmas material.
It exactly. No, it's not, Sheila. It's not quite that stiff, but I probably should wash it before I sew with it. It's pretty thin. It was $2 a yard. You know I'm a sticker for a sale, a sucker for a sale.
I think it'll look cute with that pattern.
Yes, I might make two of them and then maybe sell one or give one away. I don't know.
We did get rid of a few bolts of fabric also. We had
We
a tent
did.
sale at our opening. There was a tent outside, and there were uh, bolts of
People,
fabric that we were trying to get rid of, and which people took. The only thing we couldn't get rid of was the yellow polyester and the orange polyester. Very yellow and very orange.
okay, bye, Mona. Thanks for stopping in. Um, so do you want to tell the story? Tell Zaza the story about the Christmas fabric?
Well, Amber always starts the conversation with this is a good deal, it's a sale, and doesn't mention how much fabric it is. So,
I, in my own defense, didn't imagine how much fabric it was.
so it's through Marshalls and it's a bundle. I think it's a bundle, right? And they have
It was
these
a bundle.
sales, quite often. It's a bundle of Christmas fabric, and I'm very excited because I like Christmas
Folded.
and yeah.
And it was super cheap, like $1.50 a yard.
So we still have Christmas fabric, tons of it. And that was what, two
So
years
much
ago?
Christmas fabric. So much Christmas fabric. Some
But
of it was cute, some of it wasn't.
but
And
I
some
think
of it was thin.
we can use it. We can use it. I mean, I think
Yes.
pillowcases. People love those Christmas holiday pillowcases. We just
So
haven't.
last year I took the fabrics that I didn't necessarily like and that I didn't think I was ever going to use. And I made bags, like just little sacks, easy, and put a mug with hot chocolate and like chocolate candies and mints and cocoa and things like that. And we had a lot of family over last Christmas because my son's wedding reception was during Christmas when he was in for Christmas for the military. So lots and lots of family members got those little bags filled with like hot chocolate gifts. Yeah.
Yes, table
Yes.
runners. People love table runners for Christmas.
I like the idea of napkins too. Yeah, and reusable gift bags is what I made a bunch of. And then for the kids, I made like just drawstrings bags and put Christmas coloring books and colors and just little sussies in there for the kids. So I had like 3 or 4 of those. So it worked out. I used up a lot of fabric and they appreciated them. You know, like for the kids, I put their names on them. It was
I
cute.
think I think napkins is a good idea because when Katie was doing the planning the shower for her sister Sammy, she couldn't find cloth napkins. She searched and searched. I had some from years ago that she used because she was doing a vintage look. So I think napkins is a good idea for Christmas.
Yeah. Why do people love table runners?
They do, especially Christmas table runners. I think if
My
they're
table is
decorating,
never clean enough and clear enough to have a table runner.
well, I can clear out everything, but I cannot find anything after it's all done and said and done. Like at my
So the
shop.
update, so also the update on the dog bit quilt is that my cousin's husband, after we did our live last week, and I texted him and said, "Send me a picture of the dog. I'm gonna put like a sneaky cute little picture of the dog on the back. Um, and I'm gonna make the front look all pretty like nothing ever happened, but the back I want to put the picture of the dog." And he was like, it was in text messages that he was like, "LOL," and then wait, are you serious? I said, "Yeah, I'm serious." He said, "Oh no 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 no, you can't do that. You don't understand how like it freaked out so much and she wants this quilt back exactly. It has to be perfect." Um, and so knowing my cousin as I do, I think he's probably right. He's like, "No, no, no, it's funny. Don't do it."
Yep, yep.
No, Zaza, he's protecting me from his wife if I send that back. Like it's her that's completely, you remember she's the one whose house is always clean. Um so yeah. So I am it's still sitting there. I haven't done it yet, but that is on the list of things to do this week.
So
Um
no dog. So there will be no dog face on the back.
no,
Okay.
no. It's going to look as much like nothing happened as possible.
Okay. Maybe it's
I might
best.
put a picture of the dog on the inside of the quilt. That way I know it's there. I like when people do stuff like that. That's funny to me. Okay, so this weekend I have been invited to present at a local national park. I think we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to be making the Acadian flag. Oh, I have it down here. Quilt demonstration. And so, in order to demonstrate the process, it's only an hour long. So I need to make several in process quilts, and so that's kind of what I'm working on. I was trying to make this weekend a tutorial on how to make it because I do have I sell patterns for it. So I was going to make a tutorial, and my camera card ran out of memory. So I was like, no big deal. Let me go empty some space on it. Well, then as I was doing that, my space on my computer got all full up. So I spent a lot of time moving things around. For some reason, the transfer was going so slow for my what do you call This thing.
Hard drive?
Yes. It's a drive. It's a separate
External.
external. Thank you. Hard drive. It was just moving so slow. Yes, Sheila. Something like that. External hard drive. Woo. Um, Tasha, you would know. In fact, maybe you and I can have an offline conversation about how you manage all of the videos and everything. Um, but yeah, so anyway, so it took me forever to get that all straightened out. And then yesterday I was just too tired to keep going. So I'm still working on it tonight, but I'll have it all done by Saturday. So this is one of the quilts that's it's a wall hanging, it's just decorative that is kind of half finished. So I'm working on that.
Will you be making another one Saturday?
Yes. Well, so I will have one that's completely done, one that's almost done, one that's not started, and one that's like kind of in the middle, just to show the process. And then I'm going to have everything I need to have someone else come and like a volunteer from the audience come and help work on one.
Nice.
Yeah.
All in an hour?
Well, that's why you have multiple stages. So I'll say, okay, and then you iron everything down, and when it's done, this is what it looks like. Where you don't have to actually do because it probably takes about 2 hours to do it.
What time is this happening?
I think 11 to 12.
Yes, Zaza. It's more like voluntold.
Actually, I was thinking I would get somebody from the crowd because I want to sell my patterns. And if I don't get a pre-planned volunteer named Jennifer,
No, I'm sure you'll get a volunteer though. People, they're eager to
yeah.
learn. I will be
So
the gopher. I'm the gopher. Go for
yes,
this and go for
Jennifer
that.
always is so helpful with things that I don't even know I need until we get there. And I always appreciate having her.
Thank
Um,
you.
now she knows. Yes, Jennifer, you're always appreciated.
Well, hey, that's a good idea. Pre-planned volunteer. Although I don't think you'll
And
need it. Oh, we could plant
I don't
someone
remember
in
if
the
it was
audience.
Kelly or Kelly. I think it's Kelly that said she was going to come with. I need to call her. Actually, we have a guild meeting tomorrow night that I'll see her at, so and invite people. But the other thing I'm working on, in fact, I think I'm going to work on this right now as we speak, is making another. The beautiful part about it, Zaza, is that this is one of my no sewing. It's mostly ironing things. My raw edge applique. So we won't even need to sew. It's going to be ironing, placing fabric down and ironing it onto the pellon. Oh. So what I'm working on, my next thing is the fork in the road. In Louisiana, down south, there's a bayou, Bayou Lafourche. And if you live north of a certain bridge, the bridge isn't even there anymore, but if you live north of this bridge, you live up the bayou. If you live south of the bridge, you live down the bayou. And there is a sign, I think it's on Highway 1. I need to find the sign again. But anyway, there's this fork at the end, at where it comes to a T, and there's an arrow going up the bayou and another one that says down the bayou. Someone last year at festival told me that I need to make that into a quilt. And so here we go.
Now, this may be a strange question, but that looks like a real fork. Is this like a little? Okay.
It's a sign that's a picture of a fork.
That's funny.
So it's not a fork in the road. I guess I should have
That's
been more clear.
funny.
It's a picture of a fork.
And there really is a picture, a sign of a fork with a fork on it.
Yes. And so I found the sign and I got a picture of it and I made a pattern. In fact, I did it Saturday. I made a pattern of, how I like to just design on the fly quilt patterns of the fork. And so the bridge is in the background. There's the bayou in the background, the bridge over the bayou.
Where is it? Where's this bridge? Is it near a town?
I don't remember where exactly it is.
Morgan City, maybe?
No. It's in Lafourche Parish. So
Oh, okay.
um Gray, Homa. I don't know what exactly is in Lafourche Parish. What towns? So there we have the fork. And then there's two arrows, one going this way and one going that way. And one of them says up the bayou, and the other says down the bayou. And so
That's quite a drive for people that live there to come to that festival in Lafayette.
there's a lot of people.
I
Like,
know.
I
I was
couldn't
just
believe.
thinking that
Did you pull it up?
Thibodaux, Golden Meadow, Lockport.
So Golden Meadow is down the bayou. Thibodaux is up the bayou.
Galliano, La Rose, Raceland.
Yep.
These are all very rural. They're going, they're probably further south than New Orleans.
Yes. Like it's on the way to New Orleans. Like if you leave it down Highway 90, which runs across the southern part of the state.
A lot of people that work offshore drive down to those areas, have to drive through those areas to go offshore.
So I'm drawing now. This part right here is going to be the bayou. This is a tree line, a grass line. So this will all be grass. This will be muddy brown bayou water. A
Very brown.
greenish tree line and the sky with the sign through it. And then the bridge goes across somewhere like this. And I'm not going to be super exact about the bridge. And there we have it. The beginning of my next Masterpiece. So in the picture, the fork is painted white, but I'm gonna do like a gray, as if it were silverware. What you think?
Oh, wow. I just didn't even realize that Lafourche Parish means the fork in
Ah,
French.
man, now it has a whole new meaning.
I know, wow. The word Lafourche means the fork of the Mississippi River. The name is historical reference to the way the bayou branches off from the Mississippi River.
Oh, that's really cool. So
I
now
know.
Lafouche, and that's the river, the bayou, up the bayou, down the bayou, Lafouche Bayou, or they call it Bayou Lafouche. That's really cool.
I don't know
So
if they're not saying anything about a sign with a fork in it though.
I had to Google it. I had to find it.
Is there only one?
Well, somebody told me about the sign and said you should make a quilt with that sign. So I looked and looked and looked until I found it. And I found it, I screenshotted it or saved the picture, and now I have the picture and I created the pattern from the picture.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, well, that's cool. I'm glad to know that. Thank you, Jen.
And a lot of people would be excited because I knew there was a lot of talk about it at the festival last year
Hmm.
about that sign.
Yes. Well, just, yeah, about doing more things from that part of the state. And so I did not really prepare to start working on this, but, as usual. Oh, here it is. I was like, I know I pulled a bunch of
So that was
so
a
I
big
did.
that was a big request from last year. Also, the Cow Island thing.
Yes. So this is a big old bucket of. I went through my all of my big bag of scraps, and so I was able to organize some of the scraps. So like by pieces. So these are all of the either square or pieces that I feel like I can use. And so instead of trying to organize myself out of that big huge bag every time, like this is my go-to bucket when I need scraps. So everything in here is just scrap. Now, I did make myself a bunch of 10-inch strips. I think Jennifer and I talked about it this weekend where I'm just going to sew all these 10-inch strips together and make a quilt. Because sometimes I just want to sew, I don't want to be creative. And so I'm going to maybe do it every time I sew, do a few of those.
That is
Sew it
neat and
together.
tidy, Zaza. I was thinking the same thing
Yeah, for now.
because what we have are, and I have them also baskets with strips of material in them, but they're
Yeah.
all, mine are like with the same colors, blues, reds, greens.
Yeah, mine are not organized.
But that takes a lot of room though. I like this setup, I think even better. I think this is more practical, more functional.
My bucket.
Yes, because those baskets I have just take up a lot of room.
So I'm going to start pulling out blue for the sky. Or should I do grass at the bottom? Let me do grass at the bottom.
Oh, what's a leader ender quilt? Sheila said it's your version of a leader.
Yes, yes. So a leader is, or enders. So whenever you are sewing, when you're piecing something together, um, instead of like cutting your threads at each end, you just put a piece together. A lot of people do like crumb quilts that way. And so as I'm sewing on other stuff, I will put a lead before I start sewing because the lead also prevents the thread. If the thread's going to get all caught up, it'll do it on the leader or the ender pieces and not
Ah,
on your pieced quilt. Yes. I'm not in the habit of doing that, but I love the idea and I really aspire to that.
so you just have a
I
lot
thought
of
about
different.
making myself.
You have a lot of different colors in there and
I
patterns.
do.
That's good.
So this is all just from my scraps, my bag. And now I'm just looking for greens for the grass. And I'm debating about how much I want to go and look at the picture and try to replicate it versus just kind of have fun with it and do whatever comes to mind and be kind of cheeky. What y'all think?
You know
Like,
me, I would copy everything. It would be
I
an
even have
exact.
pieces in here.
Oh, I like that. I keep pieces like that too.
The thread nests are the worst thing that ever happens. Like, they are horrible things. Yes. So the problem with the big bag that I use to put scraps in is that I have to dig too much. But this way, it's a lot easier. This pink fell out.
Did it take you a lot of time to gather the material and cut it in pieces?
It was all already in those pieces, so
Uh-huh.
but it did take me an afternoon, yes.
Oh, that's quite. But I guess you save time in the long run.
Yeah. It's organized, so
So where
I
are we
think
starting? Where are we here?
so the bottom part is the grass, then there's like a little grass line, and then this is gonna be the water. And the water, I'm thinking I might do something like this, like a brown. In the picture, it is dark brown. That might be too light for the water. So this is just the grass. I'm looking at pictures. I mean, yeah, this would be good grass. Grassy area. What do you think?
Yep.
And I think I'm gonna do big, bold. I'm not gonna go small. What is Sheila talking about?
The bigger tote.
Yeah, the size of the tote.
But how many totes can you put in your sewing room?
Not many. My sewing room is, as my Aunt Sarah would say, chock-a-block. I might run out of green.
And that's the grassy knoll.
Yes, this is the grassy knoll.
You know, the water couldn't be blue because people would correct you on that. Everyone.
Oh yeah, we cannot have blue water. What I could do maybe is add like a flower. That would be cool. And I really like doing it on camera because then I can see the colors. Is this too busy? Like just as a whole, maybe.
I don't think you can determine that until you see it all put together. It's unlimited. Your space is unlimited. That's what it seems like. That's why I asked, because it seems like you have lots of totes and the room is just not
Oh,
very
they stack.
yeah.
Like I have they are stacked in every corner under the table. I have 4 under this table.
Do you so I don't label mine. That's such a big mistake because then I don't know what's in them and then I have to they're not clear. So then I have to open the top and see what's in
Um,
it.
I so the small ones that are right here in front of me, I know they are by color and they're clear, so I can tell by looking at them. I know by the size and shape what um what's in them. And then I have a lot of them that I don't know what's in them, and I have to look every time.
Our our water's very brown all the way up and down our coast, the coast of Louisiana, because the Mississippi River dumps into the Gulf and all the trash from all the way up through all the states just dumps into
Mhm.
the Mississippi right there. So it's very brown.
And, you know, I mean, and it's a lot of, like, pollutants, but it's also just silt. You
Yeah.
know, it's why our land is so fertile.
I don't know how many miles it is, down the river, but it just all dumps into the Gulf. So it's very, very brown. And the further out you go from the Mississippi, like either east or west, it starts to become clearer. Not so much in
Um,
Texas in the beginning, on the border of Texas and Louisiana, and not so much in Mississippi, but toward Alabama, it gets a lot clearer, and then Florida is very clear.
if you look at satellite pictures of the mouth of the Mississippi, where the Mississippi reaches the Gulf, you can see the brown in it, and it runs west just from the Gulf Stream.
Oh, okay. Not so much,
It's really cool.
not so much east, because it is the water in Mississippi is not. It's not
Right. No,
as brown as
you can
ours.
definitely see the pattern of where it
Mhm.
runs. It's really cool, I think.
Not so much for our beaches, though. But people
Yeah, that's
swim
all
in
right.
it.
We have other stuff.
Yeah, people swim in it anyway.
Ooh,
Every now and then it'll be clear.
there's pockets of clarity.
If you take a cruise out of New Orleans, the water will stay dark until you're miles out into the Gulf. I don't know how far, Amber, do you remember?
No. That's
It's
why they
pretty.
all leave at night, so you don't see it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my little bucket out and get some more green. I ran out.
I have more green than anything.
I have like these dark patches, but I don't want to put the whole side dark. I Oh, here's some brown for the water.
I think half of Louisiana will be in Florida this weekend for Labor Day.
Oh, and the 4th of July is a big go to Florida holiday. So I might have to cut these up to use them. I feel like I'm shopping. Oh, look at this pretty fabric. I'm gonna use that for something. That could be like the ferns on the shoreline, because like it's ferns.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I
Nice.
could cut those and put them here. Yeah, good times. Oh, I could dip into my strips too.
So, do you get a day off, Amber, like on Monday?
I am off on Monday, yes, ma'am.
Great.
I have no plans. Oh, actually, I do have plans. I have an event. Not to get political, but I
Oh,
do have an event, a political event to attend on Monday.
Zaza has a good idea again. Cut some
What's
curved
that?
triangles for the ferns.
Oh, yeah.
That'll look good.
And that'll be perfect right there with some flowers. I think I'm just going to put this down like that. No need to make it fancy or fix it. Look at that.
There you go.
Perfect.
You know, Gert's always buying things at thrift stores or flea markets for us, and she bought these scissors and thought we could use them, but they're really old. But I grabbed them because those are, you know, what you use in those wreaths. You've made a
Yeah,
wreath.
I was going to say I have a collection of old scissors.
Yeah, and they're huge. They're big.
Oh, I love it.
I know. She's always thinking about us.
I love that. She's sweet that way. And look at that, just like that, y'all, the grass is done. It's very patchy. This is why I love doing this because, like, I really don't need to think about it.
It seems like it just evolves.
Yes. Now I do a lot of work ahead of time thinking about it, developing the pattern. Um, like when I'm online looking at the pictures, I'm looking at the colors, I'm constantly like, you know, thinking about it so that when I sit down to do it, it generally is a little bit easier. So I'm not gonna have enough brown for the water.
Tasha likes how you just go for it and don't really second guess yourself.
I really don't. A lot of times, though, I'm not completely happy with the way things turn out, but see, that'll be the fork. I signed up for a webinar today, and I went to get on it and realized that you're supposed to pay. I thought it was free. I didn't pay, so I didn't get to go. I didn't get to listen.
How much? How much was it?
$37, which wasn't bad. I just I pay for so many other things. I didn't want to do that, pay that as well. So I think the water might have to be a little bit less busy than the grass.
Yeah, I agonize too much about those kinds of things.
That looks like leopard skin.
It does.
Yeah. So I have the Pellon SF101 face up, so the glue side is up. Now I've taken other quilting courses, collage quilting courses, and they put fusible webbing on the backs of each piece of fabric and put it down so that it's completely stuck. I don't like having all that extra stuff like to use. I was just being cheap. I was trying to figure out how can I get these patterns made without having to buy all that other stuff. And so I don't put the Misty Fuse and all the other stuff behind it on all the pieces, just some of the pieces. But yeah, the white stuff is a Pellon SF101.
And it saves time also,
Yeah,
not using
and
that.
the needle, I mean, it's so much easier on the needle. That's less glue that you're sewing on. Yeah, I like doing it that way. So we're at an hour, Jen.
Oh, time really does fly.
I know. Well, we usually go over. Um, but today I'm cutting us off at an hour because I have some work
Like,
to do,
ah,
like my social work. I saw patients today and didn't finish all my notes, so I have to go finish notes. Blah. But this was fun. I'm gonna look. I just got the Pellon SF101. I just got a 60-yard, no, 60-inch with 10-yard bolt. And I know, right? Boo, day job, Tasha. Um, and I'm gonna use it all. Like I've already cut up so much of it that without a doubt it'll be used up.
it comes in
And so it's
60
only
inches.
$100. It's
60.
60 inches width and 10 yards.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot of Pellon.
Between the t-shirt quilts, well, previously when I was doing the t-shirt quilts and the art quilts, I would roll through it like so this one hopefully will last me a little bit longer, but this is generally the size of the quilts that I make, the wall hangings. I think it's like 20 by 30-ish, give or take. And so, yeah, between that and the batting, I go through it pretty quickly.
I didn't know it came in 60-inch rolls either.
Yes. So on Amazon, it's a 60-inch roll, 60-inch width, 10 yards for $100.
That saves money because you don't have all those little bitty pieces on the end.
Yeah. So, well, people, I hope everyone has a fabulous evening. And thank y'all so much for spending time with us.
And a great weekend, holiday weekend.
Yeah, a great holiday weekend. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And if you weren't on the tour of the shop this weekend, go check it out. And I did get a pretty good picture of the rosette spoonbill that I finished. Looking really good. It's up on the website as well for sale. So
That came out really well.
it did. It's really cute. Yeah, and go Tigers.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Y'all have a good one.